USPAP, Record Keeping Rule, page 10. An appraiser must prepare a work file for each appraisal or appraisal review assignment. A work file must be in existence prior to the issuance of any report or other communication of assignment results. A written summary of an oral report must be added to the work file within a reasonable time after the issuance of the oral report. The work file must include the name of the client and the identity by name or type of any other intended users. True copies of all written reports documented on any type of media. A true copy is a replica of the report transmitted to the client. A photocopy or an electronic copy of the entire report transmitted to the client satisfies the requirement of a true copy. Summaries of all oral reports or testimony, or a transcript of testimony, including the appraiser's signed and dated certification, and all other data, information, and documentation necessary to support the appraiser's opinions and conclusions, and to show compliance with USPAP or references to the locations of such other data, information, and documentation. A work file in support of a restricted appraisal report or an oral appraisal report must be sufficient for the appraiser to produce an appraisal report. A work file in support of an oral appraisal review report must be sufficient for the appraiser to produce an appraisal review report. An appraiser must retain the work file for a period of at least 5 years after preparation, or at least 2 years after final disposition of any judicial proceeding in which the appraiser provided testimony related to the assignment, whichever period expires last. An appraiser must have custody of the work file or make appropriate work file retention, access, and retrieval arrangements with the party having custody of the work file. This includes ensuring that the work file is stored in a medium that is retrievable by the appraiser throughout the prescribed record retention period. An appraiser having custody of a work file must allow other appraisers with work file obligations related to an assignment appropriate access and retrieval for the purpose of submission to state appraiser regulatory agencies, compliance with due process of law, submission to a duly authorized professional peer review committee, or compliance with retrieval arrangements. Comment: a work file must be made available by the appraiser when required by the state appraiser regulatory agency or due process of law. An appraiser who willfully or knowingly fails to comply with the obligations of this record-keeping rule is in violation of the ethics rule.